What is up, guys? So I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while, and since the new Candyman movie is in theaters, it just got in theaters this weekend, and I'm like, I want to do a review on that very first movie. So here we go, and I'm sure a lot of you know what the movie's about, like where it's about a grad student who decides to look into the myth behind a supernatural being that is called Candyman, who you say his name 5 times into the mirror, and he shows up and he kills you, and then that's a wrap in the most gruesome way. So yeah, I have to say, back when I first saw this movie, I lacked the appreciation of how they treated it, and where as we're following our lead character, like she's figuring out whether the Candyman is real or not. And at this point, when she starts, she doesn't believe that he's real at all. And then people are telling her about these Candyman murders, and then she decides to go investigate them and where they happen and such. And so as she gets closer to it, and we're basically in her shoes, like, okay, is Candyman real or not? Back then, I did not appreciate that at all. I mean, I was way too young to appreciate it. I felt like the pacing, I had a strong issue with it, and then fast forward years later, now that I'm older, I have a much greater appreciation for it, and I feel like it's one of those it's less is more type of movies, and I didn't believe in that philosophy back then, but I very much do now, and I kind of like how this movie plays with the fact, like, is Candyman real, or is it all just complete, is it something, like people in Capri Green made up or whatever, and then when we finally get to the answer, like, is it, he is indeed real, and it's very unsettling, like, when you finally get to the answer of that question, like, we're like, ooh, that's where things start to really, really get violent, and it takes its time getting there, but once it gets there, oh my goodness, even to this very day, like, the violence in this movie holds up. Like, when I watched it recently, and I'm like, and there's like one death scene in particular where you look at it, and then and when you see the aftermath of it, and you're like, oh gosh, and it's an off-screen kill, and you see the aftermath of that, and you're just like, oh my gosh, it still holds up almost 30 years later. I kid you not. I don't know about you guys, but it really did. And yeah, and this movie is it's not perfect in any way, but it is much better than how I remembered it when I was a lot younger. And this is the first time that we have like a horror movie that is set within the black community, and our horror icon is black, and that's like, it's like mind-blowing. And I mean, I think there's at least one more, but like, as far as like like a black horror icon, like, Candyman is the only one, and even if we get a few more to come, and there probably is a few that are probably not getting the attention that that they probably should, but either way, Candyman I don't think he'll ever be dethroned as far as like black horror icons go. That's just me. But yeah, I'm gonna give this first Candyman movie a 7.5 out of 10. If you were to ask me that like years prior, I would have given it like a 4.5 or maybe 5. But yeah, it gets a 7.5 in my book. So, and I'm gonna go see the new movie today, and I can't wait to tell you guys what I think about it. And yeah, so that's it for my review on the very first Candyman movie. And so keep on the lookout for my review for the upcoming new movie. And I hear mixed reviews. I hear more positive than negatives, but I hope I'm in the positive standpoint. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys then when I share my thoughts on the new movie. So till then, peace out, guys.